I always say that tension is the dirty word of singing, all right? Tension is not a good thing. When I talk about muscles that have to be involved in singing, I never say tighten them or there should be tension there. I always say that there should be engagement, because tension has a very negative connotation in that it sort of means that it's so tight that there's no give in it whatsoever. Now, when we're talking about tension in singing, most oftentimes tension appears in three places, okay? Either in the jaw, in the tongue, or in the back of the neck. Okay? If you have tension in any of these areas, you want to consistently work on trying to relieve that tension in some way. And so what we're going to talk about today is trying to relieve tongue tension. And I'm going to give you 3 exercises that will be very, very helpful to start to really get that tongue to release so that the air can be free. All right? The first thing that you want to do is you want to stretch out your tongue, okay? If you want to realize that tongue tension often comes from the back of the tongue. It doesn't come from the tip of the tongue, okay? Even when you see the tip of the tongue going up, like that, it's not the tip of the tongue that is the impetus of that movement. It's the back of the tongue that is creating tension, that is moving that tip. So what we want to do is we want to try to stretch out the back of the tongue so that there is no more tension there, all right? And the easiest way to do that is to do sort of what it's sort of like called, I think it's called lion's breath in yoga. And that's where you just stick your tongue out as far as you possibly can and then exhale. So stretch it out. So the thing is that when you're pulling your tongue forward, you're feeling how the back of your tongue is completely stretching. Okay? And so if you do that 3 or 4 times, then that's going to start to relax those muscles in the back of your tongue so that they don't start to grab so much. Okay? Now, another exercise that is really good for tongue tension is just a 5-tone exercise that first you start with sticking your tongue out and holding your tongue between your teeth, and then you keep your tongue in that general area, and then you sing the 5 Italian vowels. So the way this exercise is like this. All right, so what I've done by sticking my tongue out is similar to what I just did by doing that lion's breath, is that I am stretching out the back of my tongue so that there's no tension there, and I am finding that tone living in the middle of my mouth on top of a nice relaxed back of my tongue. And then I sing the Italian vowels, maintaining that same space with my tongue. All right, so that's why I keep my tongue sort of hanging down at the bottom of my front teeth while I'm singing the vowels, so that it is ensuring that the back of my tongue is still flat. So again, I'll just do this a couple of times. So you're getting used to singing those vowels in a nice, relaxed space with the back of your tongue being nice and relaxed. Okay? The last exercise that I'm going to tell you for tongue tension is I'll admit it's kind of an annoying exercise and it's kind of hard to do, especially if you have tongue tension. But basically what you're doing is you are just singing digga, 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 digga as fast as you can on a 5-tone scale going up and down. All right? So this exercise I got from a voice teacher, David Jones. And it's really good, but it's also really telling, because if you find yourself not being able to sing that digga, digga, digga too fast, then that is showing you that's the area in your voice where you have tongue tension. Okay? So this exercise is this. Digga, 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 dee. All right? Now, you can also extend that. It can be digga, 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 dee. And you can just keep going up. Digga, 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 dee. Digga, 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 dee. And just keep going up to, say, your secondo passaggio, and then go back down. And that is going to ensure that your tongue stays nice and relaxed. So try these 3 exercises the next time that you vocalize and see if you can't try to get that tongue nice and free and even. And then see how that informs your singing. I guarantee it'll help.